to be paying attention. We are headed backwards in Louisville, Kentucky. This city, this state does not respect truth. We got a lot of smoke and mirrors. So whatever you do tonight, tomorrow, the next day, in the name of Breonna Taylor, I want you to be clear about something. Breonna is on loan to us. We only get to use her memory to the extent that we are trying to make this world better. But the minute you are not fighting for justice, keep her name out your mouth.
Now.
There is too much happening in this city, in this country, in this state. You owe it to me, and I owe it to you to fight for justice. And pay attention to these white men who have no courage, and they should not have no jobs.
Woo. That's some truth right there. Give it up one more time to Sadiqa Reynolds from the Urban League. If y'all haven't seen the beautiful sports facility that a black woman single-handedly put together, brought 300 new jobs to that local community. I went to where I saw black people in there working and happy to have a job and happy to work for a brilliant black woman. Next up, I want to introduce to you our friends. And I want to say something about our friends. We have the cast of Love and Hip Hop. But let me be a little clear so we can have some context. Portia Williams and Yandy Smith have come back and forth with us to Louisville, Kentucky. They also went to jail twice here in Louisville, Kentucky. And if you've never been in the jails in the Department of Corrections here in Louisville, Kentucky, you don't understand the sacrifice during a global pandemic. When they got arrested the first time, we said, that's good. I know you all want to get arrested. Let's do this. The second time, I told them, you don't have to do this. You got nothing to prove. You already got arrested. They said, Linda, if these people are going in there, if you're going in there, we going in there again. Love and Hip Hop could be doing any story they wanted. They could be at a club somewhere. They could be talking about something else. But they have brought all eyes on Breonna Taylor, on this movement, so that people who may not be part of the movement, but may be watching Love and Hip Hop, can get educated, can get inspired, and be like, yo, if Yandy and Carly Red and Young Jock and Mendices and Portia could be out in these streets with the people, we could be out in the streets with the people. So, this is reality television, because the reality is black people getting murdered in the streets of our communities, and America needs to know about it. And we are here to reach people that don't come to the street. And one way you reach them is through different audiences, and we appreciate Viacom and Love and Hip Hop and the cast members who continue to come out to fight for themselves, because they may be Yandy and Portia here, but they still black women, and they still black men, and they here fighting for you. So I want you to give it up to Portia Williams, Carly Red, Yandy Smith, Mendices Harris, Young Jock, and all the folks who are out here from Love and Hip Hop.
Thank you, Linda. First and foremost, hello, Tamika. How you doing? I love you so much. And to the family as well, you continue to have my prayers. First, I want to give all honor to God. You can give God a hand clap. You know, when I come to Kentucky, there's spirit that lives here. Of course it is God's spirit, but it's the spirit of the people. It's the spirit of resilience. It's the spirit of, we are not broken. We will never be broken. We will never be put down, and we will never be silenced.
Never!
So if you will never be silenced, why are you letting somebody tell you what you can and cannot do, who you are, and who you belong to? Each and every being in this building, if you are under the sound of my voice, you are a child of God.
That's right.
God has sent you here for a moment and a time such as this. It's no mistake the fact that we are here right now celebrating our queen, Breonna Taylor. Say her name, Breonna Taylor. There's no mistake that you are standing here right now. There's no mistake that your heart is heavy along with our sister, Tamika Palmer. It feels natural, right? At a moment when they tell you you're not supposed to feel no other person's pain. You're not supposed to see another smile. You're supposed to wear a mask. You're not supposed to give a hug. You're supposed to stand 6 feet apart. But at this very moment, I feel more together with each and every one of you than ever before. That's because we have the Spirit of God and we have heart. And that heart was not put into us for no reason. It was put there for a time such as this. Each and every being in this world, and I have to say world, because the murder of Breonna Taylor has set such an unrest in the world. The entire nation is aware of Breonna Taylor. The entire nation is watching to see what Louisville, Kentucky Department of Police is going to do. So can you imagine doing something embarrassing and you say to yourself, oh, glad nobody saw that. But can you imagine living in a place where a young black woman has been killed, and it is but your one job to give her family justice, and you don't do that? Now these cameras on me right now, I've made a lot of mistakes in front of them. I'm just one individual. However, there is no one telling me, Portia, you should be shamed forever. You should be that. But that is what we're here for. To let them know there will be no damn justice until there is peace. There will be no peace until there is justice. Forgive me. Thank you. I'm saying Portia now. But there will be no peace until justice is served to this family. We will forever shame you. We will forever mark you as the one who did not give Breonna Taylor's family justice. Here we stand a complete year later, and we're still saying the same thing. Now you would think that would kill our spirits, wouldn't you? You would have thought, I'm sure they thought we wouldn't be back today. But I am here to tell you, I'm back here stronger than ever. You cannot wear me down. Because every day I wake up as a black woman. Every day I wake up raising a black woman. I feel the pain of Tamika Palmer. And there's no way anybody can shame me, silence me, etc. And it should be the same for you. When you were born, I say it plenty. When you were born, you were given a particular gift. Each and every one of you are looking at the people up here, possibly admire what they're saying, what they have done. And that's good. But you can do the same. You have a voice. The only reason anything is happening is because all these people united with Until Freedom and got in the streets and made some noise. We got in good trouble. All right? That's why it's called good trouble. Good people for a good cause getting together for a mighty queen such as Breonna Taylor. So I will leave you today with a message of hope. Look around, feel the energy in the hearts amongst you around this place. And know that you're not standing alone. If you wake up and you feel like going on a rant on Instagram, talking about what the police are doing to us, how they're killing us, do it. If you want to send some emails that morning, do it. If you want me to say something, DM me, I will do it. Because I'm about that life. Okay? I love you, Louisville, Kentucky. I will always stand with you. I will always pray for you. To God be the glory. Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor!
Wow. What's up, Kentucky? Hello, world. What's up, America? If you don't know me, I go by the name of Young Jock. I'm no stranger of standing in front of large crowds and congregations. But normally when I'm in front of these crowds, I say, meet me in a trap. And then they say, well, today I'm saying, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. First and foremost, I gotta say this, man. I have a syndicated morning radio show. And it's way too often that I report on these stories of social injustice. But I promise, I'm gonna keep reporting, and I can't wait till the day that I hear we have justice for Breonna Taylor. And to all of these souls who've been lost to the hands of systemic racism, social injustice, these crooked ass cops. And I gotta say this to the parents. Let me come over here so I can see out there a little bit better. To the parents who got kids out here today, man, hats off to y'all. Because y'all on the front line of history. Social activism, y'all are bringing y'all kids here to see this today. Because today is the first day of the rest of our lives. And you might as well have a starting point. Wait a minute. I could have been Kenny. Any one of these men in the audience, y'all could have been Kenny. To any one of these women in the audience, y'all could have been Breonna. And it's so amazing how people go on about their lives because, well, it ain't me. It didn't happen to me. It ain't my family. But hold on, when it hit home, I had the opportunity to spend some personal time with Breonna's mom last night and their family, Miss Tamika. And I have never felt more at home. You know, I sat and I watched their family love on each other, continue to hug on each other, and try to lift each other up. And can I say this? Because it may be private. I seen everybody say, hold up, in the house. Everybody looked at their watch and said, this time, 365 days ago, Miss Tamika got a phone call. Now I call myself, you know, just being in support with the family. We was playing pool. Miss Tamika came and knocked all the balls off the table. And I knew then, this was real, real, real. I put my pool stick down and I watched the family pray. Now, I'm just Young Jock. I didn't know why I really was here until God said, this is something that you needed to see, you needed to experience. You got to use your platform. You got to use your voice to be heard. So I got to take the time to say thank you to Viacom for allowing us to bring these cameras out here and show something more than us bickering with one another. I say thank you to Viacom for letting the world see us stand in solidarity with these families who have dealt with tragic losses through social injustice and systemic racism. Today will be the first day of the rest of my life, and I will continue to stand in front of congregations for a bigger purpose, a brighter cause, and a better revolution. So today, I want to say thank you to each and every spirit who came out here today, who will continue to fight after today, because a lot of y'all gonna go home, you'll sip some Hennessy, and you'll just say, that was a nice thing they did today. But it's a lot of soldiers out here on the ground putting in footwork 365 days a year. And until we get justice, even after we get justice, we got to keep fighting. We got to keep protesting. We got to keep using our voices and our platforms to be heard. And until then, we continue to fight for justice. Thank y'all.
The 1-year anniversary of Breonna Taylor's death. Now, I'm a mother. That was a call to all the mothers across the world because the magnificence of our womb was under attack. Every single time a black woman is murdered, our womb is under attack because we birthed that black woman and now she can no longer create another black woman or man. Our womb is under attack. So let me tell you what today the first day is. This is the first day every one of you have been recruited. You have been recruited to the army of justice fighters. And let me tell you something. This army, there's no prerequisite, but you want to fight for justice and you won't stop until freedom. This is not about just Black Lives Matter. This is about we are going to fight because we matter until freedom. This is about our liberation. This is about our right to live and be free and be valued. Breonna Taylor's life was valued. Somebody changed those diapers. Somebody took her to school. Somebody paid for her to take them EMT classes. We don't get the right to rob that and not get out here, so strap up. Strap up your boots. Yeah. You don't gotta wear camouflage for this army. You can wear a hoodie. You can wear a cap to the back. But the prerequisite is you gotta be willing to fight until freedom. But don't show up at the front line. Don't come out to the marches if you ain't ready to fight until freedom. Because we ain't free till we all free. And an injustice right here in Louisville, Kentucky is an injustice everywhere. And we all need to stand up and fight. So one more time for the people. Freeway! Give it up for Yandy, Portia from the Real Housewives, Young Jock, the folks from Love and Hip Hop. We're gonna march. And today is not about anybody else but Breonna Taylor, so y'all stay focused and keep your eyes over here on Tamika Palmer and the family. I want to introduce two young artists that want to share a gift with you, Miss Tamika Palmer. Please give it up to Sean Ali, the grandnephew of the indomitable, brilliant Muhammad Ali.
Peace. How y'all doing, Louisville?
Hey.
Put y'all L's up. This is home, man. I'm full right now. I was full when I came here. I've only gotten more full being out here. I got Miss Palmer right in front of me, and you were on my mind when I wrote this piece for you and about you and to your family. And I'm gonna deliver it. I've never done it in front of you, and I just want to say you're such a light. You beam light, and you beam love. And I've been here with you. I love you, and I'm standing with you. To Kenny's mother over here, to the whole family, I love all y'all. Y'all give this family a round of applause. Please. What's that? Oh yeah, they want me to speak up. My fault. I've been over here just chill, breathing out. But I'm gonna get into it. I gave it to Kenny last night. And I'm gonna get into it. This is for Breonna. I wrote this 6 months ago, so feel it. I said the last 6 months, man, they been straight crazy. The tear gas that had the whole city skyline hazy. Justice delayed, moving slow. What's the answer? They say maybe. But I'm standing with Miss Palmer till it's justice for her baby. Head been hot like a sauna, witnessing this drama. Thinking how they stop and frisk my guys for marijuana, but they still ain't went and touched them cops that went and killed Breonna, huh? I said freedom cut me loose. Freedom cut me loose. I was speaking from my heart on summer, nothing but the truth. Streets podium and now I'm speaking in the booth. Change gonna come, we gonna be that living proof. We gonna emit light until freedom rings and justice sings. That's word to Tamika Mallory and all your frontliners out here tired of these casuals. Seeing black lives, man, swiped away so casual. It's like they mad at me. They shot David McAtee. What the guy was doing, cooking chicken and some mac and cheese. I wasn't even in it, but I'm getting in it specific, exquisite with the lyrics, cause we gifted and we black gods. But they kill us like we don't matter. Fecal at the bottom of the platter. Climbing the ladder of the masters just for a piece. I'm speaking for peace. Peace is power from the east to the west. Cause we the best, the untouched. They wanna call us niggas and slaves for some big butts. But we some real kings and we some real queens. I ain't even Muslim, but I'm steady on my deen. Trying to live my life right, trying to live it clean. I ain't Yandy, but my true love is hip hop. These niggas out here weak, they ball short like a TikTok. This is for you, Miss Tamika Palmer. Cause in Gilead, where Jesus was, there's a bomb. And we standing with you, shining light till we free. Till we free. Love to you I give, and love is what I mean. Peace and power.
Give it up to Sean Ali. We have another brother named Kane who got a gift of words. Came all the way from New York. Give it up to Brother Kane.
There we go. Come on, guys.
Freeway! 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 No justice, no peace. Hey, this crowd is beautiful. And everybody here, we want to thank y'all. I want to thank everybody behind me for allowing me to have this opportunity. I did travel all the way to New York and relocated to Kentucky to have this opportunity. And God brought me to Kentucky so I can have this opportunity, and I'm thankful. Without further ado, Breonna, this is for you. Dear beautiful Breonna Taylor, the loss of your life is major. These racist officers had no reason to send you to the Creator, so we're down here fighting for your life, and we want justice right now instead of later. I mean, the essence of your presence and knowing that your spirit is a healing one really makes me feel some type of way to know that you were killed just for fun. I mean, why did they enter your home? All because of suspicion of drugs? These officers need to be arrested and convicted for first-degree murder because in reality, they are the real thugs. Jonathan Magley, Brett Hickinson, and Miles Cosgrove. The fact that they entered your home with a no-knock search warrant dressed in plain clothes allowed me to know that they had other intentions.
Not to mention, District Attorney Wine asked for the charges against Kenneth to be dismissed because they never said your name or mentioned they had shot you. Therefore, I say this act is definitely vicious. Then to try to blatantly charge Mr. Walker with attempted murder because he popped a cop? But I guess it's okay for them to kill us, huh? Nah, see, that's where this shit needs to stop. Oh yeah, I know they can see the vision, and that's the reason we screaming no justice, no peace. See, we just want equality instead of seeking vengeance. Oh, Bree, did I forget to mention that the WNBA has placed your name on the back of every jersey in your remembrance? The people in the city of Louisville, Kentucky love you, and they really do miss you, as do the rest of the world. I know this for sure, and this I know. But please do me one favor, and then I'll let you go. Please give me a hug so that I can take you back to your mother's home. God bless every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Brother King. We also want to salute frontline organizers across the country who are also commemorating Breonna Taylor today. From New York to Oregon to Michigan to California to Austin, Houston, Dallas, Florida, Washington, D.C., Arizona, all over the country, people are stepping up to renew their calls for justice for Breonna Taylor. We have some frontline organizers here with us. Brother Marcus Coleman from Atlanta, Georgia, wants Miss Tamika Palmer to know that the family of Kendrick Johnson, whose case was just reopened this past week, stand in solidarity with you and they love you. And they sent Marcus out here to make sure you got that message personally. We also got a frontline organizer from St. Louis, Missouri, because we can't move on. Ferguson sparked a nation. Mike Brown helped spark a movement. So we need you to remember those that were on the front lines years ago because they're still on the streets today. So give it up to our dear brother, organizer, and strategist, Tory Russell.
First and foremost, on behalf of Mike Brown Sr., Ferguson Frontline, I get it like Breeway. We say A1 from day one. We just want to give our condolences. We call it a commemoration on August 9th. For us, we don't like to gather around only the commemoration. But like we say, we just practicing for a freedom party in the future.
That's right. That's right.
As we build a movement, we can't forget nobody. We can't forget a single soul. So for the Travis Nagdys, we have a Darren Seals in Ferguson, Missouri, who's no longer with us. See, in this fight, it ain't gonna always be cute. For 6.5 years, we've been struggling in Ferguson. I mean, we family, right? I see y'all on Facebook like we was on Facebook. I see y'all on Twitter having these debates, and I get it. But one thing is for certain, I'm not gonna get out the streets because I disagree with you. I'm never gonna do that. These families need justice. And we done organized probably over 100. I drove from Ferguson to meet Tamir Wright's mother on the funeral. I've become an ambassador for Ferguson, meeting families in this way. To Kenny Walker mother. Because in the movement, they got a narrative where black men not going to stand up for black women.
Yeah.
That ain't our narrative. You raised a hero.
Yes, sir.
You raised a warrior. So it's a mandate for every black man out here. You need to be Kenny Walker. Now, I'm from the hood. My hood look like the West End. I'm from the west side of St. Louis. Now, you can't say that you tough and you willing to beef with somebody else, but the police can do whatever in your hood. Now, if you can go shoot your brother, then when the police come and you know what type of time they on, where you gonna be? I don't have no fear of the police. And I know you gonna criticize what it looked like. I'm sorry, elders, I love y'all. But this ain't your mama and daddy's civil rights movement.
Damn. That's right.
This gonna look a little different. This gonna look like tracksuits, hats to the back. You gonna see some brothers out here. They was wearing masks before the pandemic as a protest.
Talk your talk, Tori.
So for us, it ain't about what's legal. We ain't where I vote, I do that, but look, it ain't no election today. So where all the voting Negroes at between the election day and the next election? Is you in the streets with the people? Is you feeding the people? Is you sheltering the people? You provide healing for the people. And the only way we gonna get free is protecting our black queen.
Yeah, you know something.
Praising our black queen. Respecting our black queen. And we gotta be willing to live, kill, or die for our black queen. So from Ferguson front line to Breonna to Flint to Miami and the pork and beans to the west side of Chicago to South Africa to the Congo to Jamaica, we need black love, black unity, and black power. I said we need black love, black unity, and black power. Now that's the recipe for black freedom. I love y'all. Peace.
All right, y'all. I know y'all ready to get out here and make some noise. But before we do that, say her name. Say her name. Say her name. All right, I got one special guest. He's going to take us out. What's understood don't need to be explained. So I'm just going to keep it simple and sweet. Y'all give it up for Dr. Umar Johnson. Come on, King. Come on, King.
power. Queen Mother Fannie Lou Hamer once said that she was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm here today to say that I'm also sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of police killing black people knowing that they won't be held accountable for it. I'm sick and tired of the federal government, the state government, the municipal government making excuses for why police are not held accountable for killing black people. And I'm sick and tired of the black church taking our money on Sunday but not fighting for us on Monday. I'm sick and tired of the black church preaching Jesus on Sunday, but you won't preach justice on Tuesday. I'm sick and tired of black people having time to do everything else but fight for justice. I'm sick and tired of America claiming to be the land of opportunity when in fact she has been a land of genocide and extermination, not 400 years ago, but yesterday. Brothers and sisters, police kicked in the door of Breonna Taylor's home and shot her in cold blood, and then had the nerve to say they were justified in doing so. Well, according to the United States Constitution, 4th Amendment, citizens have a right to be safe and protected in their person and property and home against unreasonable searches and seizures. So the question is whether or not Breonna Taylor is a citizen, was a citizen of the United States of America. The Second Amendment says that citizens have a right to own, bear, and use arms in the defense of their life and family. So when Brother Kenneth pulled out his pistol and let one off, he was exercising his constitutional right to defend his queen and defend himself. So how, under God's heaven, can he be charged with attempted murder of police who did not have a constitutionally valid right to be at Breonna's home in the first place? And then the question, why was 32 bullets necessary? According to the police, they expected Breonna Taylor to be home alone. So if you go into the home of a 26-year-old young black professional female, why in the hell do you need 7 police? And if you go into the home of a young black professional female who you believe to have been in the home alone, why did you let off 32 bullets? I'll tell you why they let off 32 bullets, brothers and sisters. They let off 32 bullets because they intended to kill anything that was in that home, so there would only be one version of the story. They let off 32 bullets because they intended to take the life of whomsoever was in Breonna's home, because they wanted to make sure the fairy tale that they've been telling on ABC, and the fairy tale they've been telling on NBC, and the fairy tale they've been telling on Fox News, they wanted to make sure they would be the only one to tell their story. But thank God for Brother Kenneth Walker, and thank God for Spirit
his life. Because had the universe not spared Brother Kenny, we would have never known what happened in Breonna's home that night. And then on top of all of that, after you put 6, 8, 10 bullets in our sister, you didn't even have enough respect for black life to call for a medic. You didn't even have enough respect for black life to call for an EMT. You didn't even have enough respect for black life to get on the radio and demand some medical attention. There's 3 killers who are free right now. There's 3 killers who have not been held accountable to justice. But they're not alone. Mayor Greg Fisher, you have Breonna's blood on your hands. Attorney General Daniel Cameron, or should I call you Attorney General Coon? You have Breonna Taylor's blood on your hands. Governor Andy Beshear, you have Breonna's blood on your hands. According to the United States Constitution, if a public official cannot carry out the duties of office, if a public official cannot protect the constitutional rights of all people, then the federal government has a right to come in and make them do it the right way. I submit that Attorney General Daniel Coon Cameron does not have the ability to protect the constitutional rights of black folks. He should be impeached and he should be removed. My question to you, Attorney General Cameron, how much money did the police donate to your gubernatorial race to make you turn your back on your sister, Breonna Taylor? How much money did the Republican Party put up for your election so you could turn your back on Breonna Taylor? I want to know, what kind of a black man sides with the white man against the black woman? I want to know. What kind of a black man becomes the highest ranking law enforcement officer in the state, and when 3 racist white cops kill a black woman, you ride out with the damn cops and don't ride out with the black woman? I wish I could have a conversation with your mother and father so I can find out what the hell was they doing when they made your black ass. Governor Andy Beshear, I understand that you don't control the Attorney General. I understand that he was publicly elected and so were you. I understand that you are a Democratic governor and he's a Republican Attorney General. But Mr. Governor, don't you dare think for 1 minute that you ain't culpable in this cover-up of police genocide. And to you, Mayor Greg Fisher, what the hell kind of police department are you running down here in Louisville? I'm trying to figure out how you got elected 1 term, 2 terms, and now your ass in a 3rd term, and you ain't brought justice to black Riots, not a single day since your crack ass been in that office. Since 2015, the Louisville Metro Police Department have taken the lives of 20 people, mostly black, and we ain't heard a word from you yet. That's 4 police killings a year since 2015, and all of them have been on your watch. I read a newspaper article where 2 Louisville police pled guilty to sexually harassing teenage underage girls. One of them harassed the sister in the back of a police car. Another one tied up a woman and fondled her breasts at her place of business in full uniform. Did you know that all 3 of Breonna's assassins had a record of police misconduct? And did you know that one of them had more than 100 pages of allegations and records of police brutality and excessive force? So even if you thought a search warrant was necessary, them 3 damn devils wasn't the ones to carry it out. I want to wrap this up, but I want to say this to newly elected President Joe Biden. And I want to say this to newly elected Vice President Kamala Harris. For the last year, don't tell me to be nice. I'm unapologetically African. Don't ever tell Dr. Umar what to say out of his goddamn mouth. I'll say what I want to say, when I want to say it, and how it needs to be said. Like I said, President Biden and Vice President Harris, you've been in office for 60 days. And every time I wake up and turn on the news, I don't hear nothing about Breonna Taylor. I don't hear nothing about Ahmaud Arbery. I don't hear nothing about Sandra Bland. I don't hear nothing about all the black people who were murdered at the hands of police. Now, President Biden, you told black America that if we stand with you, you will stand with us. Kamala Harris, you told black people that if we show up on election day, you will show up for us. Well, it's been 60 days and neither one of you have showed up in Louisville, Kentucky. President Biden, Kamala Harris, you are Democrats. The governor of Kentucky, a Democrat. The mayor of Louisville, a Democrat. And I'm going to say this here. I don't know who told the Democratic Party that they own the black vote. I don't know who told the Democratic Party that black America are your field Negroes. I don't know who told the Democratic Party that you can beg us for votes and not deliver when the time is right. So, with that being said, Governor Beshear, you will be a one-term governor if those 3 killers ain't locked up soon. President Biden, you will be a one-term president if Breonna's 3 killers ain't locked up soon. be the first woman president in American history. All power to you. Good luck. But if those 3 men who killed Breonna Taylor ain't locked up soon, your ass will not be going to the Oval Office. Yes, we came here today to mourn. 2 minutes, I'll be done. I heard the black bourgeoisie is in full force out here today. So let me say something to you boot-licking ass uppity Negroes who don't like to fight for the people on the bottom. Not all pastors, but most of them. Not all politicians, but most of them. Not all scholars, but most of them. How CIA water. And don't give me no FBI water. You sure this ain't the FBI's water. Black power. I said black power. I said black power. Brothers and sisters. We came here today. That's Breonna's spirit. But I'ma say this in my low voice. Hey. We came to remember Breonna, but we also came to fight for Breonna. We came to stand with Sister Tamika and Auntie Bianca and the whole family, but not just to memorialize, but to energize. Because although the white power structure won the first battle, this war is far from over. Today is the beginning of the second battle for justice for Breonna Taylor. So what exactly do we want? Governor Bashir, Attorney General Cameron, Mayor Fisher, President Biden, Vice President Harris. We want, number one, a new grand jury. Attorney General Cameron sabotaged the last grand jury. He withheld evidence from the last grand jury. He did not make them aware that there were 6 different murder charges that they could have considered for Breonna's assassins. And with this new grand jury, that House Negro in Lexington is not to come nowhere near the next grand jury. We want a special prosecutor that has no relationship or conflict of interest with the police department or the Republican Party. The second thing we want are 3. We want a United States Department of Justice investigation, Civil Rights Division into the systematic civil, constitution, and human rights abuses of the Louisville Metro Police Department against black people. And the third thing we want is we want a new Attorney General in Kentucky, and we want an Democrats will not keep the governorship of Kentucky. If we don't get what we want, the Democrats will not keep the mayorship of Louisville. I close with a quote from my ancestor, Frederick Douglass. My family was brought to America in 1701, most likely from Yoruba land.
Is this actually Frederick Douglass, his grandson or whatever? Hi, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Bo knows. Your number one program for whatever, I don't know.
He married a black woman.
I'll be back in a second. I'm getting a late start to today, guys. I'm getting a late start. Might need to run to the grocery store, get myself an 8-piece. Wow, you know what? Not even gonna finish that. I was literally just in the mood for fried chicken, but I was also gonna get a piece of cake, from the store, because it's the 1-year anniversary. And anniversaries involve cakes, so we're gonna get a cake. I think a slice from the bakery, and then I was gonna get some fried chicken, just because, I was at the deli. You know why. But God damn it, I ran right into that one, didn't I? Ran right into that racism.
Aunt Harriet gave birth to the greatest black leader in American history, Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey. At the age of 20, Cousin Fred ran away, and he changed his name from Fred Bailey to Fred Douglass. In 1819, 1 year after Frederick was born, my grandmother Betsy gave birth to his first cousin and half-brother, my 4 times great-grandfather, Stephen Henry Bailey. They were brothers because the slave master was daddy, but they were cousins because the slave master raped both mothers. It's going to turn off. So let me go with the quote. We got the march. All right. Frederick Douglass said, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess to favor freedom and deprecate agitation are like men who want crops without blowing up the ground. They want the rain, but can't stand the thunder or the lightning. They want the ocean, but they're scared of the awful roar of the water. He said, for 20 years, I prayed on my knees to God for freedom, but the good Lord up off my knees and started praying with my feet. He said, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who will not fight for their own freedom have no right to be fought for by others. Louisville, Kentucky, I love you. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name. Black power.
Y'all ready to make some?
So we're about to march. Y'all ready to march? Y'all ready to march? So we're going to have 2 of our finest pastors, one from Maryland and one from New York, help ground us. And then we're going to give some instructions around how we marching and where we marching. So give it up to Reverend Marissa Farrow and the Reverend Stephen Green.
Family, we are preparing to march. And when we march today,
Right, May 25th.
we're reminded of the fact that there were some young soldiers who recognized that they had to continue a fight after Moses died. There was
No,
a
it
new
doesn't. It
generation
doesn't
that
say this.
recognized they still
doesn't say this.
had to get to the promised land. And I know that sometimes
It doesn't.
we get weary.
Why would you do
The
that?
Moses generation
Google.
that has helped us get so
Google.
far,
Google.
we want to thank them. We want to thank
Okay.
all those
Why would you-
freedom fighters who helped us get this far.
Wait.
But this is our fight. And we cannot allow
God
our
damn.
children to keep fighting this same fight. If you've seen the movie about Fred Hampton, you heard him say, I am a revolutionary. And I want to know if there are any revolutionaries who are ready to fight today. Will you say, I am a revolutionary?
A revolutionary.
I am
I
a revolutionary.
Revolutionary.
I am
I
a revolutionary. And we're not going to stop until we tear down these walls of injustice. And it took Joshua and the children of Israel 7 days around the wall of Jericho. And it got tough and it got long and they had to spend some time in jail. But on the 7th day, they kept on marching. And so 1 year later, we're about to make some good trouble in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're ready to make some good trouble, let's get ready to march. I am a revolutionary. Let's get ready to rumble.
Okay. So 1 year commemoration of the murder of Breonna
May
Taylor.
25th.
What up, Bruce?
Guys,
We're about to.
let me know, should we
are
buy
about to
cocaine
march,
today?
But since the live stream has been
I
up
might buy
for
cocaine.
over 2 hours, I'm probably going to drop it and start a new one for the actual march. But
Yes. Good, Mark. Start.
been 1 year since the murder of Breonna Taylor by LMPD.
Can't call it a
Day
murder yet legally.
289 of protest, I believe.
Missed a few
We are
days.
about to march. So I'm going to drop this live, start a new one in a couple of minutes, probably have a cigarette real quick. When I do come back up, if you could switch to YouTube or Twitch to watch the live stream, that would be better.
Because you want to monetize.
Because Facebook's been trying to suppress us
No,
since
'cause you want
Capitol
monetize.
storms, threatening to publish the page and everything. So we're trying to get people to switch over to a different platform, Twitch, YouTube. So again, when I come back up here in about 5 minutes, please switch over to that. I'd really appreciate it. Everybody stay strong, stay safe.
All right. We're buying drugs today, I think. Does anyone know the best place to buy drugs? It's called Grindr. That's where you buy drugs. Buy drugs from gay men that are wanting to have sex with each other. There's usually someone with cocaine. Most often than not, though, you're going to have to weed through the ones that are just selling meth. But that is my pro tip for today, everybody. If you're trying to buy drugs, go to Grindr. Oh, shit. All right. We got a lot of them now.
Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives!
I told them all my tips for buying drugs. Grindr. Sure, you may get sent a dick pic, but someone will sell you cocaine. They're also businessmen. Did I ever tell you about the time that that one of my homosexual friends bought us ecstasy off of Grindr? No. Oh, it turned out it was meth.
What?
Well, yeah, I mean, he bought drugs from a guy off of Grindr. That's why I have the story. Anyways, we took it. It wasn't ecstasy.
I've done weed.
I've done weed.
That's it.
I buy street drugs from people outside of Little Caesars. All right.
No, that's illegal. That's the point.
That's the point.
And to give some support to the people from the Ethiopian diaspora who are here protesting for visibility for the genocide occurring against women and children in Tigray.
Whoa.
A diaspora is when there's a significant population of people of a particular ethnicity or nationality outside the country of origin.
The reality is that a black woman was killed.
So here it means Ethiopians that are living in Los Angeles.
A black woman's life.
So sometimes organizers want people to block the streets.
Yes.
Other times they don't. I'm expecting that they don't want like a full blockage of the street here because maybe they don't want LAPD to crack down on this crowd or have a pretext to do so.
They will. Yeah.
I think it's cool when people block the streets. Definitely adds visibility.
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're a
And
paid
it definitely
actor.
adds cool.
I'm a crisis actor.
Dude.
Who's an extra at Sandy Hook, too.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alex Jones was just on some show, and he called a potted plant a crisis actor. Because he's like, oh, this is a nice set you guys got. Oh, look at all these plants. They look real healthy. I'm like, well, they're actually all fake. That's why they look so good. It's like, oh, bunch of crisis actors. He's not doing well, but he's just now fully funny. Like, he's just comedy now. It's way better, but he's not doing well. Like, you can tell that he's really sad, but it's just funny now. I have stood right where these people are and been hassled by the Hollywood police for loitering. So that's Jimmy Kimmel's studio. And then what do they call this place? Fucking Live or something? Live Pavilion?
Yeah, something like that.
The Dolby Live Center or something? The Grauman's Theater's there. Yeah, I was fucking standing on, was it Will Smith's fucking thing? Playing my guitar. What?
His star?
Yeah, and I had my guitar, I was playing it, and I got fucking hassled by the cops. I was trying to make money.
The first mistake was trying to make money.
You know. I had a sign saying that I needed money to get home. I may have been lying.
No way.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility that I may have been lying. That I was in need. And I wasn't.
Weren't you also selling drugs after your telemarketing job?
No, I was selling drugs at my telemarketing job.
Oh, I see. Big difference.
That's your white privilege at work. Bro, yeah, I stole scripts, would get them filled, say that I was, like the grandson. It was really fucked, because it was, anyways, it was,
Weed money.
Dude, no, I needed money to fucking live in California. You fucking live there? Shit. It's so expensive. Anyways. Stole a couple scripts with the last name from someone who will remain nameless who was not a family member. And may have forged drug prescriptions and then sold them. Wait, I don't know if I can legally say that at this point. No one cares. No one cares. No one's watching.
Is it
No,
past
it's
statute of limitations?
probably not. I think it'd be 5 years, and that was a couple years ago. That was like that was definitely less than.
I don't know. This last
You know what?
5 years.
Yeah, yeah. Legally, the last year has been 5. So fuck. I think I'm fine. I think no one cares. No one's gonna report me. My Cash App still works. It wasn't Viagra. It wasn't Viagra. It was opiates. It was. It was. Look, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Why do I keep talking? Why do I keep saying more?
Does he have a cough? Is he trying to bait you?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck? What am I doing? Oh Christ! Just say allegedly. Okay. Are you out of here?
Black lives, they matter. Black lives, they matter. How you doing? You need anything? I'm good, thank you. Black lives, they matter.
So I'll read what that says. It says 4.5 million people need emergency food aid. There's a public health crisis. 27% of hospitals, only 27% are fully functional. Sexual violence, extrajudicial killings, human rights violations, rape against girls and women, targeted ethnic violence, destruction, and looting of
we're
property.
alone now.
2.3 million children facing hunger.
I'm all yours,
90%
guys.
of ambulances missing.
My
2.2
attention's on you.
million internally displaced peoples. Stop war. Provide aid. Independently investigate. Rebuild Tigray.
Justice for Tigray! Justice for Tigray! Stop the genocide in Tigray! Hey, you everybody! Stop the genocide in Tigray! Stop the genocide in Tigray! Tigray lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Tigray lives matter! Justice for Tigray! Thank you, Black Lives Matter. We love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Black Lives Matter. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Pastor Wilson.
No, I'm still here. All right. Let's get locked and loaded. We are here for the fucking long haul, I believe. Oh, good. Mom's here. Good. Mom's here. I was just about to ask. Ooh, Jeff's made a moon rock for tonight's events. Good. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I know I'm not going to get to smoke it, but I'll have my own. As you can see, guys, way too many streams right now to keep up with, so we're going to do our best. Yeah, another one just popped up. So, yeah, it looks like L.A., Racine, Wisconsin, got something in Arizona, of course, New York City, Atlanta, Dayton, Ohio. Dayton one I kind of want to check out. I know a few people in Dayton. I I want to see if they're there. They're pretty big into that kind of movement, but for their own selfish reasons. And then here is, Louisville. I think that's going to be our big thing tonight. Let's see what this is about. They're following this person around on Tara Bassett's stream. Let's see if we can. I think we're alone now. We'll see. God. Okay. Being dumb. Could have just kept it on the.
Tell these brilliant strategists over here they're about to get fucking a taste. They're about to get a taste of MLB.
Really? I see. Anything. Did a candy bar?
No, I have that and I have
Thank you. And some almonds here, guys. Thank you.
Not much, VF Dub. Girlfriend just left, so I'm here now. I got nothing else to do. I already got my dick sucked for the day. Oh shit! Hey guys, we'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna change this up. We've been on for like an hour and a half. I'm just gonna update the information. Does she not live close? No, I mean she lives like half an hour, 45 minutes away.
Shirt alive.
It's not that far.
Hey, Frederica!
Alright, we'll be right back though, guys. So seriously, less than 5 minutes. Probably closer to 2. But I'm just gonna reset everything.